Hello guys, and welcome to episode 13 of my Burning Baltics campaign in Star Division 2, playing on the Axis side. Previously we had a fantastic battle over near the bridge. They attacked us and we repelled them before the IS-2s arrived in mass, which has ended up disorganizing the IS-2 unit, which is going to leave us with a very good chance of taking the Jelgava soon. But we have to deal with a defensive battle first, which is against the 938th Rifle Regiment and the 801st Rifle Regiment. We're going to be defending with all of these units. The 1st Battalion of the 380th Infantry Regiment, the 2nd Battalion, the 3rd Battalion of the 273rd Infantry Regiment, and also the 3rd Battalion of the 380th and the 281st Security Division HQ. We're going to bring all of them in. I believe we have some AA, hopefully, because I don't really have many aircraft. Let's just hope they don't bring them in. They did, probably. Either that or it was artillery. I'm hoping it was artillery. Let's jump on in. Back on this map today, and we're up against the Close Support Regiment, which I think is the IS-2s, or IL-2s, sorry, and the 935th Rifle Regiment and the 403rd Rifle Regiment. Those are probably coming in Phase C. So we basically got to deal with 2 Rifle Regiments in Phase A plus air units, then 2 Rifle Regiments in C if it gets that far, which I hope it doesn't. It can probably distract the IL-2s enough with the bunkers. Also, I'm kind of hoping that this is one that we've done a lot of damage to previously with our Focke-Wulfs. I'm just currently clicking through all of my units here to double check that I don't have any AA. Like absolutely triple checking just in case, because it's something that I always overlook. No, I think we don't have any. That's going to be interesting. Okay, gonna get my defenses down. Be back with you in just a second. I think I'm all done. It took me a little while, but basically what I've ended up doing is just spreading out loads of grenadiers. I didn't want to put down any support weapons like IGs and IG-33s, like IG-18s, IG-33s or PaK-40s, things like that, because the aircraft will likely target them, and I don't want to lose them from these units. So instead what I'm going to do is just put these grenadiers into trenches, and if they get bombed, then they get bombed. I also spread out a load of these Panzer 35s. Hopefully they'll be good targets for the enemy aircraft as well. Hopefully not AT aircraft, just bombers. But we'll see how it goes. I haven't done too much defense in depth because I want this to end as quickly as possible. And the more flags you lose, the quicker it finishes. So yeah, we'll get this underway. I'll speed it up. We'll see what happens. I managed to pick off a few units already, but we got the first IL-2 coming in. The IL-2 bomber coming in for the 50mm bunker, or maybe it's going for the Panzer 35. It is, okay, good. So this is the kind of target that I want them to have, for sure. And we want them to go for those tanks. That is the ideal target. So I don't really mind if I lose the tanks. And like generally it's better than them killing a grenadier squad or whatever else. So yeah, good. Just going to be wasting bombs trying to kill that. Well, this one has gone down. It's like it got killed by artillery. Of all things. Or Panzer 35. It would be really cool if you could dig these in. I've got them kind of just dotted about in defensive positions. in the back gardens of these houses. Looks kind of cool, actually. Another IL-2 coming in. I had to really pay attention to where these are. It's going for my Grenadier squad there. We'll just fall that back and have it run away. I'm going to start replacing any that do start to get bombed, because it's going to be difficult wherever that's the case. But my 75mm bunkers are still getting 3 kills in, so can't complain there. My Grenadiers on this side, in their trenches, managing to get the machine guns down onto the OB. Barely taking any damage from that. Didn't take any damage at all. Actually really impressive. I also spread out a bunch of Kosakin amongst my troops. These guys are sort of like Russian recon units, and they're just going to provide me with extra information in the distance. Got to be a bit careful about this OB though. Might move my Panzer 35 closer to the ridge so that it doesn't die. But this bunker's at least distracting the Maxim. Definitely want to dodge the bombs from the IL-2 there. It doesn't look like they have very big bombs though. I think this is one of the damaged IL-2 divisions. I don't have many of the good IL-2s left. I am bringing up a few units here and there. I actually decided to bring in the Panzerbuchsers. Help me out. Just to kind of sit in ambushing positions. And I've also brought in a bunch of MGs that are going to be able to jump into like the church here and at the front to help this MG bunker and so on. Make sure we kill off that sniper. That's got to go. We did manage to take out the OB on the right, so that's good. And I think we've taken out a lot of OBs already, so we're off to a good start. I'm going to get my Panzer 35s to move to the right to help with this concentration of infantry. If I can just keep them pinned down, the MG bunker will clean them up. And the MG bunker has so much health. That's actually going to be the first Grenadier unit that I lost. It's like it got completely wiped by that one bomb, because it probably already took a little bit of damage previously from the previous one that hit the Grenadier. But we've got another bomber coming in again for this position, which is taking a ton of mortar fire, but the trench is serving us well so far. Nice defensive line here. And 35. Got the infantry firing out of there with the DP. The MG in the building. Lovely stuff. It's going to clean up them nicely. I just need something that can hold back these units. Apparently we're having a hard time because they keep finding my pioneers in the trees here and bombing them. I'm going to invest in an IG. We're going to get 2 IG-18s to cover this. The IG-33 up on the hill, it might get bombed, but I'm hoping that it can just fire at a distance and do plenty of damage here for us. I'm going to bring up my other IG-33 up on the hill here, because this would be a good place to hit this infantry that's currently shooting at the Kosakin and the Pak-37. All of this MG ammo that's going onto these Pak-37s is good, because it's going to drain these, make them less effective in future, although this Avto will end up surrendering this, so they'll stop firing at it now. So this infantry will continue to come towards us. And I think what I'm going to do is get some more pioneers to join the ones we already have in this close range cover, so that we can engage the Strauki here. More bombers coming in though. Definitely starting to build up a little bit in their forces. Gonna get my IG on target of this Avto. The Avto is having to crawl their way through the barbed wire. Doesn't look very comfortable. Now gonna come under fire from the IG-18. That has 2 vet, so it's gonna fire very quickly, as you can see. It's really good. Here comes an IL-2 immediately for it. Oh no, run away, IG! Run away! It's definitely dead. They are coming in hot for my grenadiers. Oh no, actually going to lose another one there. That's unfortunate. Let's bring in 2 more to replace it. IG currently having a bit of a hard time engaging here. Let's get my Panzer 35 out so that can start shooting back. Oh, the IL-2 already came for it. And this is why I didn't bring them out at the start. But we've got IL-2s coming in as well. They actually tried to cluster that unit. Interesting, my FK. There are 4 minutes and 50 seconds left. They are building up a lot. But the more they get closer to us, the more firepower we're putting on them. Particularly like this MG, like they're coming up the hill, they're going to get hit by that MG. It's going to take them a while to actually get rid of those bunkers. That's what we need. We just need to delay them as much as possible. Make sure they don't capture any flags. I'm actually going to bring in a few grenadiers here so that we can stop them capturing this one. Not a fan of the OB up here shooting us. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to invest in my artillery. We'll have those engage the OBs and anything else that's annoying to deal with. Oh, look at the ridge open up. The Avto is getting close there. Getting slapped by the MG fire of the Grenadiers. Glorious. FK now being targeted by the AT rockets as well. We did end up losing a flag. Where was that? That was here. That one going down. So only 3 minutes left on the clock, so that's good. IG-33 still doing a ton of damage here. My Grenadiers actually managed to clean up the OB on their own. That's good. Let's get these unloaded. And we'll just art any units that are being difficult to deal with. Let's get some Grens up to this tree line. Try and take back that flag if we can. MG going down. The IL-2s, those ones with the 450 kilogram bombs, are perfect for that situation where you bomb a unit in a building. I didn't have time to dodge it out of there. But I'm going to assume that this IL-2, is that going deep? No, it's not. I go for these Grenadiers. Thankfully managed to dodge most of that. That Grenadier's gone. Oh, they found my Commandant. No, and he strafed it to death. That's so rude. Well, no more 3-star veterancy for my Grenadiers, I guess. But we still have the IG out in the open here, smashing these guys, so that's working out really well. Well, the MG got bombed. Did manage to kill off a sniper with the LEFHs though. I might bring in even more of my artillery because it doesn't seem like they are being targeted yet, and we have plenty of points to do so. I just don't want to like overcommit too many forces to this and then have them just killed by IL-2s. That's like the main thing. And there we go. That is victory. We managed to get a Mage Victory after 16 minutes 31 seconds. Which is good. 95 kills, 24 losses. Not too bad, considering it was pretty much just the IL-2s and the fact I didn't have any aircraft of my own to cover it. That could have gone worse. Yeah, we lost quite a lot of support stuff, but we definitely killed a lot. That's drawn all of those units forwards. I don't think we're going to disorganize all of them, mainly because the ones in Phase C didn't even get there. Guess we'll find out shortly, though. Where does that leave them? All disorganized. Wow. That's really good. Very nice indeed. It just intercepts some aircraft. That's good. It's going to take out another Yak 9, even if it did take a few units with it. They have started making their way back down towards Jelgava. It's like all of these troops are trying their hardest to get back as quickly as possible. On the bottom side, more Yak's going to go down against my AA. Did take a 88 and an SDK Z71 with it. Trying to set up an air interception, but that's not going to work out for them either. Very good. And it's our turn. Alright. So, I think we're going to just start by making the attack towards Jelgava. I'm going to see if there's any other units that I can destroy. If I attack this one, for example, I don't think anything can save it, but it might take away some action points. So we're going to do something like this, where I just kind of bring in stuff in case. And there we go. Beautiful. So that removes them. With that done, I'm thinking we just attack straight into the 530th, or even just onto the 732nd, but that might leave us a little bit overextended. The main units that we've got to deal with right now are the 982nd Rifle Regiment and the 530th Rifle Regiment. Those are the primary defenders of Jelgava. And I'd only have Glupursog in Phase A if I were to make that attack. Then again, I would be able to bring in a lot of stuff in Phase B, and I'd also have the aircraft. Actually, I can bring in the 4th Armoured Recon Battalion to help us out, so maybe that is the play. Just go straight in on the disorganized unit to destroy it. They are forced to defend, and if they don't, then we just take ground. So let's see this. We will go 1, 2. I will bring in artillery in Phase A as well. We'll bring in the Panthers in Phase B. We'll do these ones. I'm also kind of tempted to use this one instead of this one, but yeah, that's fine. And then we'll bring in some aircraft. So we'll do just Focke-Wulf bombers, I think, or even just fighters, because I don't think we really need bombers. Not really going to help us too much, but they're not going to have any aircraft. Maybe we just don't need it. That'd be useful for strafing, I think. Unless we just want to get a bomber unit to help us out. I could also bring in the recon group. Actually, this could be a good choice to use the recon group. Yeah, because then I just get the extra points. Okay, seems good. It's tactical battle. And we shall jump on in. Got a big attack to do. This is a very large map. It's going to be difficult. But they only have technically 4 units. The 530th Rifle Regiment, 27th Guards Howitzer Artillery Brigade, 982nd Rifle Regiment, the 1001st Guards Rifle Regiment. So it's all rifle regiments, which is good. They only have 4 because I attacked a disorganized unit, which means that they can't bring in the 5th. Whereas we have like Glupursog, we've got the Armoured Recon Battalion, we've got the 31st Panzer Regiment, and so on. So plenty to work with. Let's see what I can get down, and then we'll get this underway. I've placed the majority of my troops. I still have 18 points left to spend, but the idea that I have is that I'm going to let the Panzergrenadiers move forwards, take as much ground as they can, and then when we start coming up against resistance, we'll bring up the reinforcements to help us out. So these will kind of act as our reinforcement. But I completely forgot how good Glupursog really is. Like, this thing has Grille, it has all of the different kinds of SDKFZ 251s, like 251-10, 17D. It's got like Panzergrenadiers in half tracks. It's got the 251-9s. We've got the mortar half tracks. We've got a bunch of pioneers, Sturm pioneers. It's just everything you could ever want in one group. We've got Panzer IVs. It's great. It's fantastic. I've also got a BF 109 at the start and a couple of Focke-Wulfs so that we can bomb anything that's in our way. They are going to come in at us pretty hard early on. I am going to want to make sure that I unload relatively early. Otherwise the AT guns will start getting the better of us. This is going to be a tough old nut to crack. As long as I don't lose the infantry squad, it doesn't matter if I lose the half tracks. That is something we have going for us. Already off to a bit of a tough start though, with all of these AT guns being dotted around the place. That's an OB, that can get a bomb. That's an OB, so that can get a bomb. Good. Start pushing up more aggressively. I am going to want to bring in probably like a guerrilla, help support these attacks. If I can engage at a distance with these, it'd be really helpful. We'll spread a few of them out, and they can demolish these 45mm guns from well out of range. So I've opted to also invest early into the artillery. I've got my SFH 18 150mm coming in. They're going to be really, really useful for just shooting anything that's shooting me. Like this enemy artillery, the 82mm. I'm probably going to lose them, but I might as well use them, right? I never use my artillery otherwise. I'm going to bring in a bit of a recon group on the left side so that we can start smashing through this slot. I'll get my SPW 233s to engage that AT gun. I'm going to unload my AV cutters and we'll have them charge forwards as well. Definitely making progress further to the right here, which is good. I have lost some ground on this flag, so we'll go and get that back with some Lukes. The range of units in this battle is actually going to be kind of cool. We're going to have so many different units. Using the recon plane here to spot stuff, and then I'm just going to be bombing it. I'm going to get rid of the AT gun that's here, get rid of the Straki, bring up some pioneers that can assist the Lukes when they push forwards. I am going to want to get rid of this OB though. Currently got 32 minutes left on the clock. We only, I think, need a minor victory to push forwards, but we'll try and make it a bit more decisive than that, just so that we can then destroy the units afterwards. If we get them disorganized, that would be good. I'm going to move up the guerrilla to kill the 152 here, because that will direct fire my Panzergrens otherwise, and they're going to die really fast. We get some more infantry in though. I'm relatively low on infantry overall. Like, even though Group Herzog has a lot, it's still not technically enough for a map this big. So I'm struggling a little bit with that. I'm going to get my other artillery in as well, my 105mm, so they could help us out. Guerrilla is going to demolish that for me, that's good. Ooh, we need to put these unload. Losing pioneers unnecessarily. Though I don't think the one that just got killed had anything in it, thankfully. We did just lose the Panzergren on the right hand side there, which is obviously not ideal. Almost at that breaking point where if I get out to like the open ground here, we will be able to pretty much steamroll forwards because of the amount of armor we have. The only reason that this is taking so long at the moment is because I'm having to deal with all of the AT guns that are dotted around in these tree lines. We're going to keep the ball rolling. Keep the men marching forwards. Hopefully make plenty of ground. Letting the half-tracks lead the way. Are finally getting counter-batteried. Gonna send some back. Well, some of these Panzergrens are getting low on ammo, that's not good. Might be tempted to actually bring up supply trucks for these. The other thing we can do is bring in like mortar carriers. I'm just gonna have to make sure that I move them after I fire them, otherwise they will definitely get counter-batteried. The AI is too good at that. Since there's a lot of infantry over here as well, I think I might bring in more of the Lux to help us out. That'd be good for wiping out the infantry. Gonna start bringing up an Opel Blitz to the right that can get these Panzergrens their machine gun ammo back, because without it they're really not that effective at all. I'm also gonna bring up plenty of recon vehicles to help me on this side, because that'd be really useful. We're really doing well. It's really nice to have some like proper decent units to use. Like we have the Lukes that are dealing well with the infantry, we have the Panzer IVs that are providing fire support from a distance. Got the recon units that are able to obviously provide recon but also do a lot of damage, like in the case of these 222s, they're able to take care of the 50mm for me there. Even though actually that was an 82mm. And we got the infantry that can help take care of the PTRS. Like I did lose a 222, but it's okay, they are replaceable. We're going to push forwards with the 222s. Leave the Aufklärer behind. Bring the Panzergrens back towards the Opel Blitz so that that can resupply them. I am going to get more of my BF-109 G8s out. They're actually really helpful recon-wise, just to spot things at a distance. We can bring in the 31st Panzer Regiment now, so we should probably do that. Let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll actually just bring in each group. There we go. Get the Panzer IV groups in as well. Why not? Wonderful. Well, my 233s are being picked off on the left. I think I lost every single one. The 152mm actually causing us problems there. We do have a Mage Victory in 2 minutes. On the left, I only really need to take this flag and then I don't have to push much further. It's these flags towards the middle and on the right that are going to be the harder ones to get if I want to go for something like a total victory, which would be kind of ridiculous, but we can definitely do it. I say that. There are a lot of troops still heading our way. I'm going to bomb this Cis-3. We'll hopefully take out the Studebaker as well. Let's just try and stay out of line of sight of it for the time being. Now the Studebaker moved. Did get a little bit of a strafe off. That's going to be victory. Just like that. 16 minutes, 40 seconds, 163 kills, 48 losses. That was a very, very nice attack with Pierce Hawk. Wow. I love the variancy on that. And it looks like the 105's actually got some reasonably good counter battery kills as well. Mostly half-tracks dying for us. Let's see what the damage actually is. We lost 8 Panzergrens. 4 233s, 2 150mm, and 2 Panzerlücks and another 2 Panzergrens there. So 10 Panzergrens in total. Not bad, not bad. And we killed hundreds of their units. Does that put us in position here? Guess we'll soon find out. It did destroy that unit. We should be able to technically destroy this unit. Would then connect the front lines. I'm gonna back that up just in case. And if that connects, I think that's victory. We're gonna have to take out this artillery. Okay. Nothing else can help that. Although the AA can reinforce the 263rd. Let's just go and take out the 27th Guards Howitzer Brigade. We'll do it with the Armoured Recon Battalion. I'll bring in the infantry and we'll bring in some extra units just in case again. But I'm pretty sure this should be pretty simple. Everything else that they brought in arrives in Phase C. I don't think this is going to take too long to put stuff down. I'm probably just going to place a bunch of recon units like the 331s and the 222s about, so we'll just do it quickly and get this underway. The only thing that I'm going to have to be a little bit concerned about is sorting out how I'm holding the front line. So we'll just dot about a few Panzergrens. Let's just launch the battle and I'll do it afterwards, because that way it's just easier. At least we have Panzergrens. This recon group's been really, really good. Oh, I do have Pumas as well. Not that they're actually going to be very good. I should really focus more on the the 231s and the 222s. And we'll just speed things up. Hopefully be able to destroy anything we come across. Which should just be like leader units and stuff. We'll take a wide berth just in case. I think that's just the leader. Yeah. Let's just slow things down. We get close to these artillery pieces. And we're more or less done. I just need to make sure that these Panzergrens go to the spawns. And we just keep it sped up. These 231s, they're pretty safe to deal with the Visivod at close range, because they don't, and they're not open top, like the 222s are. So it's easy for them to clean them up. Pretty much every flag already taken. That's it. Run them down, boys. The victory! Imagine you see like a half track coming at you full pelt like that. It'd be funny. I think this 152 is trying to turn and aim, but is struggling. That's going to be victory. 5 minutes 14 seconds. Pretty simple. Okay, right, that should hopefully destroy that unit. And there we go. We did it. We cut them off. That completely destroyed that top area. Fantastic. German victory on the Burning Baltics campaign. Just with that. The German spearhead managed to break through and relieve a besieged Riga, giving critical respite to the local forces of Army Group North. It was the Panthers of Panzerverband Strachwitz who made their victorious entry into the capital. With the contact restored between the two army groups, much needed breathing space was given to the Axis forces on this part of the front. The Soviets were forced back, their defences giving way, but not breaking down completely. Despite all their efforts, the Germans were unable to clear more of the Riga-East Prussia highway. So the historical outcome was a Soviet victory. Operation Doppelkopf had been a success. While the German divisions involved didn't enact a complete breakthrough, contact with Army Group North has been restored after 12 days of combat. The counteroffensive represented a rare concentration of armour this late in the war. Despite being outgunned and overextended, the Red Army resisted fiercely, making good use of the terrain to hold up the German attacks and limit enemy guns. So I think historically they managed to break through the top here, but they didn't actually break through up the highway here, straight up towards Jelgava, because we just absolutely annihilated that area and surrounded all of these units. Mental. In the end, total victory, we had 1-8. That's pretty good. 710,000 points. We destroyed 36,432 units, and they only destroyed 2,427. Great. And if I press quit, that will end the campaign. What I will do is I'll go back to the autosave and I'll bring up the deaths, like the kills and losses, and I will screenshot it, so after the video finishes you can check that out if you want to, because I know some of you guys are interested in that kind of stuff. But if I click quit, it will take us back to the main menu, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much guys for watching. It's been a really fun campaign, and hopefully you guys enjoy the new format. Make sure to let me know what you think in the comments below. I will put up a poll soon after this to basically determine whether or not we'll continue doing this in the future. It seems like it's got a lot of good traction, and a lot of the campaign is a lot more, I think, digestible for people now, whereas before it was kind of hard to get into if you'd kind of missed the first few episodes. But yeah, anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next campaign. Goodbye.